Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. In Chicago Business Today, cautious construction. The local construction market will not bounce back as quickly as initially expected. McGraw-Hill Construction Research and Analytics is now looking for just a 3% increase in the Chicago area this year from 2009. That's compared to an 18% jump predicted earlier. McGraw-Hill is now looking for $9.8 billion worth of projects in 2010, mainly because the economy has lost momentum and financing is still hard to come by. Steve Smith says the tight lending requirements for new projects are an obstacle, but that banks are more willing to make loans again.
A year ago, you probably couldn't scare up enough lending to be interested in any type of new development. As the banks have recovered from their toxic assets and their bad loans, they're starting to want to get back into the game a little bit. So there's a whole restructuring of the requirements you need to meet a loan, how much equity versus leverage you're going to have on a project, and there's starting to be some activity in that market.
Smith's company, Leopardo, is breaking ground on several new projects this year and is close to completing this new Jewel Osco on the north side of the city. The company has hired about 10 people recently, mostly in project management, supervisor roles, and engineering positions.
Our company has picked up about 20 projects over the last 2 months, totaling in the neighborhood of $70 million. From retail to healthcare to commercial interiors, institutional work. It's been across the board.
In a sign of the times, though, about a third of Leopardo's projects are publicly funded. Public Works projects now account for the biggest share of local construction activity. They generated $2 billion in starts in the first half of this year. That's up 16% from a year ago. And of course, federal stimulus money was behind the jump. For the full year, Public Works projects are expected to total more than $4 billion, outpacing the $3.3 billion expected in commercial construction and the $2.4 billion expected in residential. During boom years, Public Works accounted for 1/5 of total construction starts or less. This year, they will be 42% of the total. Residential construction is expected to rise this year, but is still far off the pace from 2005 and 2006. The commercial sector faces a gloomier outlook, with the forecast calling for a 13% drop this year on lower demand for office, industrial, and retail space. Well, that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, be sure to check out ChicagoRealEstateDaily.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.